Catalina Foothills, Arizona. Catalina Foothills is an unincorporated community in the census-designated place CDP located north of Tucson in Pima County, Arizona, United States. Situated in the southern foothills of the Santa Catalina Mountains, Catalina Foothills had a population of 50,796 at the 2010 census. Catalina Foothills is one of the most affluent communities in Arizona and in the U.S., with the 6th highest per capita income in Arizona and the 14th highest per capita income in the U.S. of communities with a population of at least 50,000. The Catalina Foothills community includes some of Arizona's most expensive homes and land, and has the highest median property value. It also includes resorts, golf courses, and spas. History. Modern development of the Catalina Foothills dates back to the early 1920s. Prior to that time, the Catalina Foothills area was primarily federal trust land and open range for cattle grazing. Beginning in the 1920s, John Murphy began purchasing property north of River Road in the foothills of the Santa Catalina Mountains. Murphy originally planned to develop 10 housing subdivisions with large lots. Murphy's vision for the Catalina Foothills community was low-density residential development on lots designed for maximum privacy, preserving existing desert vegetation, the natural terrain, and mountain views. In 1928, Murphy bought a 7,000-acre tract of land north of River Road between North Oracle Road and Sabino Canyon in a federal land auction. Around the same time, Georges Josler, a Swiss architect, was retained to implement John Murphy's vision. Residential development in the Catalina Foothills began in the 1930s, and Josler designed a number of the homes. In 1931, residents of the foothills organized the Catalina Foothills School District to serve the local school-aged population. Murphy sold the school district the land for the first school building near East River Road and North Campbell Avenue, and Josler designed the first school building. This building continues to house the school district's administration. In 1936, Josler and Murphy completed the building of Street Phillips in the Hills Episcopal Church at the corner of Campbell Avenue and River Road, which was then the main entrance to the Catalina Foothills estates, an example of Spanish colonial mission architecture. The land for the church was donated by Murphy, and Josler donated his services for its design. The congregation paid only for construction. The Catalina Foothills population continued to expand as development continued northward in the Oracle Road corridor and eastward along the Inner Road/Skyline Drive corridor. In 1963, the Skyline Country Club was established. In the 1980s, both La Paloma Resort and Ventana Canyon Resort were established. While the Catalina Foothills community supports a population exceeding 50,000, most of the neighborhoods maintain a low density and suburban character. Geography. The Catalina Foothills area is defined as north of River Road, east of Oracle Road, and west of Sabino Creek. The Catalina Foothills community is bounded to the north by the Santa Catalina Ranger District of the Coronado National Forest. Catalina Foothills is located at 32,293,990 minus 110,883,872. According to the United States Census Bureau, the CDP is a total area of 44.6 square miles, 115.5 km, of which 44.5 square miles, 115.2 square kilometers is land and 0.1 square miles, 0.3 square kilometers, 0.3% is water. Demographics. As of the census of 2000, there were 53,794 people, 23,948 households, and 15,590 families residing in the CDP. The population density was 1209.5 PD/SQMI. There were 26,372 housing units at an average density of 593.0/SQMI. The racial makeup of the CDP was 91.4% white, 1.2% black or African American, 0.5% Native American, 3.2% Asian, 0.1% Pacific Islander, 1.7% from other races, and 1.9% from 2 or more races. 7.6% of the population were Hispanic or Latino of any race. There were 23,948 households, out of which 24.6% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 57.3% were married couples living together, 5.6% had a female householder with no husband present, and 34.9% were non-families. 28.8% of all households were made up of individuals, and 9.2% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.23 and the average family size was 2.76. In the CDP, the population was spread out, with 19.9% under the age of 18, 6.4% from 18 to 24, 23.0% from 25 to 44, 31.8% from 45 to 64, and 19.0% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 45 years. For every 100 females, there were 93.4 males. For every 100 females aged 18 and over, there were 91.0 males. The median income for a household in the CDP was $65,657, and the median income for a family was $82,675. Males had a median income of $61,697 versus $37,077 for females. The per capita income for the CDP was $42,006. About 2.4% of families and 4.3% of the population were below the poverty line, including 3.8% of those under age 18 and 3.2% of those aged 65 or over. Education. Catalina Foothills is served by 3 public school districts. Amphitheater Public School serves neighborhoods in the western Catalina Foothills, namely Pima County Estates, Cobblestone Estates, and the Vire-Entrada neighborhood. Amphi schools serving the Catalina Foothills perform among the top in the state academically, and include Cannon Del Oro High School. In 2007 and again in 2010, Newsweek magazine rated Cannon Del Oro in the top 5% of public schools in the U.S., one of a handful of schools in Arizona included in the list. Catalina Foothills School District serves the Upper Catalina Foothills, with schools that score among the highest in the state on standardized tests, including Catalina Foothills High School. Catalina Foothills High School is the only high school located in Catalina Foothills proper, and was established in 1992. In 2006, Catalina Foothills had Arizona's second highest percentage of students exceeding math, the third highest percentage of students exceeding reading standards, and the 9th highest percentage of students exceeding writing standards on the Arizona Instrument to Measure Success AIMS mandatory exam. Tucson Unified School District serves the lower and northeastern neighborhoods of the Catalina Foothills. Task schools that serve the Catalina Foothills or Jacobsville: Fred Schindler Elementary School, Joseph W. Maggi Middle School, Dula Middle School, W. B. Whitmore Elementary School, Davidson Elementary School, Catalina High School, and Sabino High School. Points of interest. Notable popular attractions in the Santa Catalina Mountains include Sabino Canyon, Bear Canyon, Pima Canyon. The Catalina Foothills is also home to La Encantada, the largest upscale shopping center in the Tucson metropolitan area. Stores include Tiffany & Company, Louis Vuitton, Crate & Barrel, Pottery Barn, Williams-Sonoma, and Tommy Bahama. The Catalina Foothills community forms the core of Tucson's resort corridor. These include the Hacienda del Sol Resort, West of La Paloma Resort, Los Ventana Canyon Resort, Westwood Lookwind and Graham Resort, and Canyon Ranch Resort. The Foothills area is also home to the DeGraze Gallery in the sun near the intersection of North Swan Road and East Skyline Drive. Built by artist Ted DeGraze starting in 1951, the 10-acre 40,000 tour property is listed on the National Register of Historic Places and features an eclectic chapel, an art gallery, and a free museum. Catalina Foothills also has an unusual subdivision in Tucson, called Sin Bakers Without Cows. According to historian David Leeton, in an article published on April 8, 2014, in the Arizona Daily Star, the land where Sin Bakers subdivision now sits was owned at one point by steel magnate William J. Jack Holliday, who was fond of desert wildlife and fenced in his property to keep cows out and called it Rancho Sin Bakers Ranch Without Cows. Developer Telly Rollins later came along and purchased the land, and along with his Spanish-speaking office manager named some of the most interesting street names in Tucson, giving many of them names related to the 7 deadly sins, such as Carl Sin Bercotta Street Without Sin and Plaza Sin Lujuria Place Without Lust. The Tucson, Arizona Temple of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is in Catalina Foothills, near the intersection of Inner Road and Skyline Drive. It was completed in June 2017 and dedicated later that year in August.